The man who hugged you last week is holding a secret that could ruin your peace. Heaven is watching his every move. Archangel Michael says, "You felt the warmth of that hug last week, didn't you? It felt safe, like arms that promised no harm. But what you didn't see, what your soul felt but couldn't name, was the danger hidden behind that embrace. There was something in the way his eyes didn't blink too long. Something about how his voice cracked at your name. Something about the way he held on 1 second too long. Heaven noticed it too. That subtle shift of energy. That sudden discomfort in your spirit, yes, it was real. The man who hugged you wasn't offering love. He was cloaking an intention. And now, heaven is watching him like a hawk that sees from above. Type Amen to get blessing 333. Archangel Michael says, the moment his arms wrapped around you, an ancient warning bell rang in the unseen realm. You didn't hear it, but the angels did. And from that second, surveillance from heaven began. He didn't know your soul is protected. He didn't know who walks beside you, invisible and radiant. He had no clue his deception would summon watchers from realms he cannot even name. You see, this man isn't new to playing games. He has mastered the art of appearing soft while plotting something hard. He smiles as if his thoughts are clean, but his plans are crawling with shadows. Type Amen to get blessing 444. There is a place he goes where your name has been mentioned. A table where your kindness was dissected. A room where he shared information about you that was never his to repeat. He thinks you don't know. But there is an invisible whisperer guiding you now. And your spirit is starting to unravel what your heart didn't want to believe. This isn't about paranoia. It's about divine intelligence. When heaven steps in, truth becomes louder than lies. Type Amen to get blessing 555. You're being shown signs, and those signs are escalating. Your sleep has been interrupted. Your dreams have shifted. You feel like you need to double-check everything, because something isn't sitting right anymore. There's a pressure in your chest that doesn't come from within, it's a warning. The atmosphere around that man has changed. And soon, what was hidden will not stay buried. He has made agreements with people who never had your best interest at heart. He's carrying conversations in silence while smiling in daylight. And yet, you continue to move in truth, because that's who you are. Type Amen to get blessing 666. Heaven is recording it all. The dates. The names. The phone calls. The look on his face when he saw how protected you are, yes, even that has been noted. You may have thought it was just a hug. But behind that hug was a whole intention, a story being written behind your back. A trap disguised as affection. If your soul is tired, it's because it's been battling unseen wars. And every word he speaks from now on must be measured. Because the storm he's planning has already been noticed by the divine. Type Amen to get blessing 717. Angels are circling him now. Every time he whispers your name with false intentions, light pierces his lies. He's being stripped of illusion in the spiritual realm. Heaven is not allowing him to move freely. He's being watched. And the walls he thinks protect him are becoming thin. You might have forgiven him too easily. But this time, you're being asked to stay alert. Because the consequences of his actions could stretch deep into your peace. Type Amen to get blessing 828. A warning came to you in subtle ways. A sudden mood change when his name was mentioned. A chill down your spine when you looked at your phone and saw his missed call. That wasn't fear, it was divine caution. A whisper from heaven nudging you back into awareness. Because peace must not be compromised, especially not for someone who pretends to be what they're not. He hugged you like a friend, but the truth is he has been seeking control. He doesn't love, he calculates. He doesn't support, he studies. Type Amen to get blessing 999. There are conversations he has had about you behind closed doors. Some with a woman who envies your light. Some with an old friend who knows your pain. He is crafting a version of you that serves his narrative. He's twisting facts, omitting your value, and disguising jealousy as care. But heaven is decoding every sentence. And soon, someone close to him will leak what was said. You will hear your own story told in a voice that isn't yours. And the truth will feel both freeing and devastating. Type Amen to get blessing 1010. Archangel Michael says, you are not helpless. You are not exposed. You are divinely shielded. The warning isn't to frighten you. It's to empower you. Because once you see clearly, you will never fall into that trap again. You were chosen to rise. And nothing formed against you, no matter how close it gets, will prosper. Even his secrets will fold in on themselves. Type Amen to get blessing 1111. There is a reason he keeps checking in on you now. He senses you're slipping away from his influence. He's worried the truth is catching up to him. You're not the same person you were last week. That hug might have felt simple, but it started a war in the spirit realm. You're now walking with an army you can't see, but you can feel. The angels have increased their watch. His next move will determine how swiftly judgment comes. Because the line between protection and exposure has been drawn. Type Amen to get blessing 1212. Someone has already distanced themselves from him because of you. They saw what he did and couldn't continue in silence. And even now, they are praying for the courage to speak. He may think he's covering his tracks. But heaven is 10 steps ahead. The people he trusted are now haunted by guilt. Soon, you will be handed proof. Screenshots. Recordings. Messages that were deleted, but not erased in heaven's memory. Type Amen to get blessing 1313. If you've been wondering why you're emotionally exhausted, it's because your soul is processing betrayal. Not imagined betrayal, but very real, well-hidden betrayal. You knew something was wrong before this message. You're being told now because the timing is perfect. Any sooner and you might have ignored it. Any later and damage would have been done. He thought you would always see him as the one who comforted you. But that moment of warmth was a mask. And now that mask is slipping. Type Amen to get blessing 1414. What he fears most is your awakening. He's terrified that you will figure it all out. And you will, piece by piece. Your strength is not just in your spirit, it's in your ability to feel the unseen. You sense dishonesty before it speaks. You walk with intuition gifted by the divine. He's watching your page. Listening for clues. Reading your silence as a threat. Type Amen to get blessing 1515. If you feel like isolating yourself right now, it's because heaven is separating you from noise. The silence will speak. The distance will reveal. Do not doubt the nudges. They are warnings in disguise. Even your dreams will confirm everything soon. Heaven has started removing certain people from your path. Those who were used as his mouthpieces will go silent. Those who enabled his lies will feel the sting of separation. Type Amen to get blessing 1616. Archangel Michael says, a sword has been drawn in the spiritual realm. And it's aimed at deception. Every secret meant to harm you will be exposed. He has one last chance to turn away from his path. If he does not, divine consequence will follow. You will be elevated, and he will be left behind in the dust of his own betrayal. You must remain steady. Your light is disturbing his shadows. Your truth is threatening his web of lies. Type Amen to get blessing 1717. And soon, without any warning, everything he tried to hide will become visible. Not just to you, but to others who believed in him. His influence is collapsing. You will not have to prove anything. The facts will find you. The betrayal will confess itself. Let the heavens finish what they've started. Let the silence do the speaking. Let the truth rise like fire. Type Amen to get blessing 1818. You are being upgraded emotionally, spiritually, and energetically. No one who hugs you with lies will be allowed to stay. The gates of protection have been locked. He will watch as your glow returns. He will witness how your life flourishes without him. And in that moment, he will understand, he was not just lying to you, he was lying in front of heaven. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks, with contributions of up to $20. Type Amen to get blessing 1919. The pressure he's starting to feel isn't from you, it's from what surrounds you now. The atmosphere around you is no longer welcoming to betrayal. The angels assigned to you are closing in on the gaps he thought were left unguarded. There was a window he used to peek through, a path he used to track you quietly. That route has been shut. What he once accessed freely is now surrounded by fire only the righteous can walk through. You may not see it, but he's uneasy. He's making mistakes. His confidence is trembling under the weight of divine exposure. Heaven is not only watching, heaven is moving. The same moment he planned his next lie, a higher realm initiated a greater truth. You are no longer within his grasp. Type Amen to get blessing 2020. Someone is coming to speak to you privately. Someone who knows part of what he's done. Their conscience has been battling them, and they can't keep quiet anymore. This person will reach out quietly, maybe indirectly. They may stumble over their words, unsure if you'll believe them. But they were sent as confirmation, not confusion. When they tell you the truth, your heart will tighten. Not in fear, but in fierce understanding. Everything will finally make sense. Type Amen to get blessing 2121. Don't let the tears scare you. Let them cleanse you. What's leaving is what was never true. This man is being removed not because you're weak, but because you're too powerful to be poisoned by his lies. The future you're walking into cannot be shared with someone who sees you as a target. He doesn't know it yet, but he lost something priceless the moment he lied with that hug. He was tested. And he failed. Type Amen to get blessing 2222. Your silence will be your statement. You don't need to scream. You only need to stand still while heaven finishes the work. Soon, others will start treating him differently. The energy around him will shift. His access to influence will begin to fade. And you will shine. You will glow in a way he can't explain. Because when heaven elevates you, no lie can pull you back down. Type Amen to get blessing 2323. Archangel Michael says, you are being marked with clarity now. The confusion he planted is dying. The doubt is evaporating. You are stronger than ever. The angels are increasing your discernment. You will not miss the red flags again. Even the timing of this message is divine. You opened it when your spirit was finally ready. The next time he reaches out, you'll know exactly what to do. Type Amen to get blessing 2424. Heaven is not asking you to fight. It is asking you to recognize. This is not your battle to force, this is God's justice unfolding. Let him talk. Let him watch. Let him wonder how his plan failed. Your name is being cleansed in places where it was stained by him. And you won't have to lift a single finger to make it happen. Type Amen to get blessing 2525. Someone else from his circle is about to betray him. The same energy he gave you is returning to him, multiplied. And he won't be able to handle it. This is the part where heaven shows you why the pain was necessary. Why the warning came. Why your peace matters more than your history. Forgiveness doesn't mean return. It means release. And you're being asked to release this with power. Type Amen to get blessing 2626. The story he told about you won't hold weight anymore. His credibility is weakening. The charm he once used to convince others is losing its magic. You don't need revenge. You already have revelation. And that is worth more than any apology you'll never get. There's a date marked in heaven when all will be revealed. It is closer than you think. And when it comes, your only response will be quiet gratitude. Type Amen to get blessing 2727. Don't fear what's coming. Celebrate what's being removed. Every exit is a divine edit. Even if he tries to apologize, it won't come from a clean place. It will come from fear. Fear of losing his grip. Fear of being seen as what he truly is. By then, you'll already have outgrown the pain. You'll no longer recognize the version of yourself that once needed him. Type Amen to get blessing 2828. Heaven is replacing your tears with wisdom. You will never walk into a disguised trap again. Your intuition is being sharpened to a divine level. He thought he could manipulate your kindness. But now he's facing the weight of spiritual consequence. And that weight is growing. Each time he spoke falsely about you, your spirit bank filled with blessings. What he used for harm became a divine deposit for your breakthrough. Type Amen to get blessing 2929. Archangel Michael says, this was never about the man. It was about you. About how far you've come. About how ready you are for something purer. He came as a test. He disguised himself as comfort to enter through your open heart. But heaven knew the truth behind the mask. And that is why angels are with you now more than ever. You passed the test, even when you didn't know you were being tested. Type Amen to get blessing 3030. Watch how your life shifts now. Doors are about to open. Peace is going to rush in like a wave. You'll feel lighter. You'll feel freer. You'll feel divinely guarded. This isn't just about protection, it's about promotion. And no one who meant harm will get to witness what you're about to walk into. Type Amen to get blessing 3131. There is someone watching you in admiration now. Someone who heard the lies and chose not to believe them. Someone who sees your heart clearly. Soon, this person will come forward. Not to fix you, but to honor you. Because your light never dimmed, even in betrayal. The real ones are coming. The false ones are falling away. Your circle is being redefined by heaven. Type Amen to get blessing 3232. From this moment, your spirit is being covered. No harm will touch you. No lie will ruin you. The man who hugged you last week is now surrounded by truth. He can run, but he cannot hide from the eyes of the divine. Let the truth do what it does. Let the angels complete the work. And you, just keep shining. Type Amen to get blessing 3333. Heaven is not done yet. What has begun in silence will soon echo loudly across places he once stood confidently. The walls around his secrets are thinning, and each truth that emerges will be undeniable. You won't have to announce anything. Divine exposure doesn't need your voice, it moves with its own authority. Those who once doubted your intuition will be the same ones who now turn to you in disbelief. The shift will be dramatic. His expressions will start to change when your name is mentioned. He'll try to backtrack, but what was set in motion can no longer be reversed. Type Amen to get blessing 3434. He will lose his place in conversations he once dominated. People will begin to withdraw their trust. And every lie told about you will be held up against the light. He's already restless. He can feel something is slipping away, but he doesn't know just how much. The very air around him is different now, thicker, heavier, divine. There are eyes upon him from realms he cannot see. Every move he makes now is being weighed. And no manipulation can save him from truth. Type Amen to get blessing 3535. You will find peace not in confrontation, but in confirmation. Confirmation that your soul was right. That your instincts were accurate. That your discomfort around him was heaven's early warning. A divine reward follows your pain. You endured betrayal, but you didn't become bitter. You stayed open, but you learned to discern. That's why what's coming is not just healing, it's elevation. Not only will you be restored, you will be crowned. The pain you survived made you eligible for the upgrade. Type Amen to get blessing 3636. He's not just losing your presence, he's losing access to everything divine that you carry. And that's what hurts him most. Because deep down, he knew you were a portal to blessings he was never meant to misuse. The hug was his disguise. But heaven never sleeps. Heaven scans the heart, not the gesture. That's why heaven moved the moment he touched you with that hidden intention. You might have walked away thinking nothing changed. But in the spirit, the shift was enormous. Type Amen to get blessing 3737. There is power in the fact that you survived that encounter. Power in the fact that you walked away with your light intact. Power in the fact that you didn't let his energy infiltrate your soul. You are the living proof that grace exists. That light outlives deception. That divine eyes see beyond masks. He's watching you from afar now, trying to gauge how much you know. He fears what will happen when you fully awaken. Type Amen to get blessing 3838. He will soon realize, peace doesn't return to him anymore. Sleep escapes him. Rest avoids him. Because what he planned for you now walks beside him. This isn't revenge. This is divine reflection. He's being shown who he really is in the mirror of truth. And you, beautiful soul, you are rising. No longer bending. No longer doubting yourself. Type Amen to get blessing 3939. Archangel Michael says, this is your divine separation. The line has been drawn. Light on one side. Lies on the other. You were not meant to carry him into your next chapter. His presence was always temporary. His purpose was only to reveal, not to remain. And now, the space he once occupied will be filled with something real. Something sent by heaven. Something pure and lasting. Type Amen to get blessing 4040. You will be able to breathe again. To laugh deeply again. To rest without looking over your shoulder. Everything in your environment will reflect your rising peace. Even the colors will seem brighter. The energy around you will shift tangibly. And he will watch, from the shadows, as your world becomes too bright for his lies to exist in it. Type Amen to get blessing 4141. He will want to reach out, to explain, to rewrite history. But by then, your healing will be complete. Your heart will no longer be moved by his words. Heaven is covering your phone calls, your inbox, your thoughts. You are being insulated from further harm. He cannot touch what God has elevated. Your name is being cleansed in the spiritual realm. No more attachment to betrayal. No more entanglement with hidden agendas. Type Amen to get blessing 4242. Others will start seeing the truth on their own. You won't have to say anything. The evidence will present itself. Heaven will send you whispers, confirmations, even strangers with timely messages. And they'll all point to one truth: you are being protected for something greater. You will walk into rooms where his lies once lingered, and the air will now welcome you. You will sit at tables that once excluded you. The reversal is divine. Type Amen to get blessing 4343. He thought his secrets would stay buried. But spiritual law doesn't work that way. Nothing can stay hidden when angels are on assignment. Each night he goes to sleep, he'll hear echoes of his wrongdoings. Until he either confesses or collapses under the weight of guilt. Heaven is not cruel, it is just. And what's happening now is justice wearing divine armor. Type Amen to get blessing 4444. This message found you for a reason. It was meant to reach you now, not sooner, not later. Because the final unraveling is beginning. You will hear from someone this week who knows what he did. Their face will give them away. Their energy will confirm your intuition. When you get that sign, don't panic. Just listen. And let heaven guide your response. Type Amen to get blessing 4545. He'll realize he hugged a storm cloaked in peace. He didn't just hold you, he touched a destiny far greater than his own. And now, That mistake will cost him his place in your story. Let him weep in silence. Let him replay the moment he thought he had power. He doesn't anymore. You have awakened. You are aware. And heaven is walking right beside you. Type Amen to get blessing 4646. Don't look back. What's ahead is too powerful, too promising, too sacred. Let this be your sacred goodbye to the man who smiled while hiding destruction. Archangel Michael says, you are being ushered into a future that only truth can follow. Let your soul exhale now. The hardest part is over. Peace is returning like a flood. Healing is arriving like dawn. And nothing will ever ruin your peace again. Type Amen to get blessing 4747.